Hi, everyone. This is Cheri from the Ascension Sessions. This is a total spontaneous uh, broadcast that I'm sending you guys. It's Saturday, April 11th, and I just wanted to say hi to everyone and check in. And I have a big announcement to make. Um, with the state of the current world, I am feeling called to um, bring forth some leaders in our community to speak on what's happening in the world right now. As you probably know, we're going through a huge shift on the planet right now, energetically, physically, emotionally. Everyone is feeling it. And this is a time of great change and upheaval. So I'm pretty excited. I put together a powerful lineup of amazing speakers, and I'm calling it A Week of Powerful Women Honoring Feminine Wisdom During a Global Shift. So I am like killing myself to get on here with you every night next week. And we're going to start, well, Monday night is a to be determined, but what I'm doing is I'm going live on Instagram TV um, to do some preview interviews with our guests before we come on here and do the full 2 hour interview. So Monday night, I will be going live on Instagram TV at cheri.divinelight. So my handle for Instagram is cheri.divinelight. So please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already for some updates over there. So Monday night at 4 o'clock, we'll be going live with Viviane Chauvet, who is an Arcturian hybrid, a healer. She was already on the show. So if you haven't watched that interview, please go and watch that first interview right here on YouTube because it'll give you a nice round background of who she is. Hi, David. Hi, True Fist of the North Star. Peace. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is totally spontaneous. Also, so Tuesday, April 14th, we're going to have Holly Marie on the show. She's a shaman and a healer. I'm sure many of you know her. And she just came back from Peru, where she was stuck during the quarantine. She arrived, and 48 hours later, the whole world went on lockdown, basically, mostly America, but it felt like the whole world. And so we're going to talk about what's happening around the globe right now with all of the media and COVID-19 and the New World Order and kind of like these new timelines that we're starting to enter. Um, and then on Wednesday, we're going to have Alexis Buck from the Ascension Diaries on YouTube called The Ascension Diaries. So I'm sure many of you know her as well. She's been on the show before as well, but not for, I think, a couple years. So it'll be really great to have her back on the show. And Alexis studies like the solar winds and what's happening on the planet and how the Schumann resonance is affecting us. So last week I did a couple of meditations. We did one on the supermoon and we did one on the day of the big global meditation. I did a meditation and a sound healing that day. And so she measures the Schumann resonance and shows like how much impact we have on the planet when we do that together as a whole, as all of humanity joins forces, bringing in the light, bringing in the peace all at the same time. So that'll be a really interesting interview. And then on Thursday, we have another guest who I can't disclose who it is right now, but it's another YouTuber, another divine feminine woman full of wisdom who we're just trying to firm up the time and the commitment before I announce her name. But you'll definitely not want to miss Thursday night. And by the way, both Holly Marie and Alexis Buck will be coming on from 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time till 6 p.m. And if you can't catch the live show, definitely come on and watch it later. And then finally, Friday night, April 17th, we're going to wrap it up with a 2 hour interview with Viviane Chauvet. She'll be with us starting at 7 p.m. Friday night from 7 to 9. Hey, Olivia, how are you? Thanks for popping in the chat room. It's good to see you. How's everybody doing? Are you guys holding up during this shelter in place craziness? Just going to say hello. Type in the chat room. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. It's kind of a crazy time, isn't it? I've been trying to help my local community with homeschooling tips and been trying to do some more meditations online to kind of help people and sound healings. And I'm hoping to bring more of that out to the, community. And also, I feel really called to pull these women together and bring you their divine insight and their wisdom on where we're headed as a planet, where we're headed as people, how humanity can kind of come together and strengthen the new timelines that are coming up. And I feel like as manifestors, as infinite creators, we all have the ability to create our reality in real time, right? So, what are we creating? How can we stay positive during these shelter in place mandates? How can we stay positive when we hear of forced vaccines with ID chips in them? Things like that sound really scary, and they are designed to, well, I guess for some people it moves you into fear, and for some people maybe it gives you hope. So we're going to talk about all of that and see, where people are at on these topics, because they're very controversial. And I don't know about you, but have you noticed like your social media feeds are all like about this? Like that's all people are talking about. It's like you go on and it's all news, it's all political, it's all pandemic, shelter in place. I mean, thank God the memes are super funny right now because it definitely brings some light to the situation. Um, Olivia says, doing well, working, blessed, and thankful for so much. I'm so glad. I'm thankful for a lot of things right now, too. So thank you for mentioning that, because there is still a lot of good left in our lives. I'm grateful, I have a place with a roof over my head and food in the fridge. So that's pretty amazing. And we have our health. And David says, loving every minute of it. Energy, energy, energy. Aquarian age, golden age. Take away its power if you're afraid of it. Don't talk about COVID-19. No, no, no. I know. I know. It's funny because like what we focus on grows, right? Like that's I have that right here on my wall. I made a poster called what you focus on grows. And I totally believe that. So I don't want to spend the whole time talking about COVID-19. I definitely want to keep it more on the positive side and how we can spread love and light to our family members and our friends and our communities, because there's enough people out there already talking about COVID-19 all the time. But it's definitely something that we have to address. And I think we need to give people tips on how to stay in love and how to spread love and light so that we can create the timelines that will allow humanity to evolve and to stay in its sacred space, to stay divine sovereign beings. We need to create that and not give away our power. So that's really huge. So if you guys want to make any suggestions for who else you would love to hear from on the show this coming week or the following week, I'm also considering a couple other powerhouse hitters to bring them on the show again who haven't been on the show in a while. Um, I don't want to say any names because I don't want to commit people who, who haven't committed to coming on the show yet. But I'd love to hear from you. Please, uh, be sure to follow us on Facebook. It's the Ascension Sessions, so facebook.com/the Ascension Sessions. And if you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram, where I'll be going live with just some shorter, like preview interviews on IGTV. And that's at Cheri, CHERI .divine light. And there you can keep up to date with us. Oh, and we're also on Twitter. So Twitter, the handle is Ascension Sesh. So Ascension SESH. So there you have it. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick update. Next week, we're doing, for all of those of you who just came in the chat room, we're doing a powerful week of women honoring the feminine wisdom during a global shift. How can we stay positive? What's happening to the energy on the planet? The shift is here. What's happening? I'm going to be asking them what their vision is for the new earth. How can people stay positive? And many other topics we're going to cover. So thank you so much for joining today. Thank you so much for being a subscriber to this channel. If you're not a subscriber already, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll get notified. I'm going to put up the schedule on the Facebook page and on Twitter as well, so you guys can mark your calendars. But for the most part, we're going to try to go live around 4 p.m. Pacific time each day, and then 7 o'clock Pacific on Friday. So this is not for only for women. Men are welcome. We welcome you. Please come. I just want to feature women this week as guests on the show, and maybe I'll do a week of men the following week, or a couple weeks later. So yeah, please tell your guy friends to come on and watch the show as well. But thank you for asking that question, David. That's a really good question. Awesome. Olivia, it's great to see you in the chat room. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. And I hope you'll be able to come on the show this week. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more updates this week. It's going to be a big week globally and energetically and individually. And happy Easter to those of you who are celebrating Easter. Bye.